Good afternoon, friends. This is the third take again of this review. So I got this Bible through a good friend of mine, Mr. Caleb Poston, who I was able to talk to since 2022. Okay, so this is Christopher again from the City of God Ministry, and you're watching our Bible review program. Okay, so when I was told about this specific Hebrew Bible that utilizes the CSB English translation, it got me excited. And now it's 2024. So wow. So before we continue on with this review, don't forget to click on the like button, subscribe to this channel, don't forget that notification bell so that you will always be notified of any future uploads. Comment if you will also. If you like what you see, please support the Seed of God ministry. We are not just doing Bible reviews here. The Seed of God ministry is actually a preaching ministry. We go out, we visit communities in local churches and vicariates, and we do expository preaching of God's Word. So if you love God's Word and are compelled to bring it out to more people, so please help us. Please support the City of God ministry. Details on where you can send your donations is found at the description of this video. Okay, so moving on, as I was saying, it actually took a while when I got this Bible, and I am so excited. This Bible came as it is in plastic wrap, so if you call that, and this Bible has this cute looking slip jacket. Alright, so here is the slip jacket. Here's the slip jacket. Hebrew scriptures here, and also here are the details at the back, and here's the ISBN number, retailing at $54.99, and this is by McGahan Publishers. And if we remove that slip jacket, you could see that this is a cloth overboard Bible. This Bible is it's a hardback cloth overboard, and we have the Jerusalem cross. This is actually gold imprinted, and the spine here, the spine works. Hebrew Bible, McGahan. Now this is from McGahan Publishing House. At the back, it's there's nothing on it. I think the color is a dark navy blue, and this Bible is so humongous. It's so big, and it packs a really good weight. It's kind of heavy actually, so it would stay on the table. As you can see, this is my Tanakh here. The Hebrew Bible is actually wider and longer, and it's the same also with this is my CSB single column wide margin, and as you can see, the Hebrew Bible is actually also wider and longer. Let me give you the measurements of this Bible based on its text block. So we'll be opening the cover. You could see that this is a face down. This is a face down Bible. All right. So the dimensions here is that the width is 7.5 inches, the length 9.5, and the thickness, if you take a look at, sorry about that, it is exactly 2 inches thick. The head and tail bands is color blue. As you can see, this is a there's no gold gilding, and there is also no ribbon markers. The thing is, I think this is a glued binding. It's not Smith sewn. Anyways, so I'll show you what's in the inside. There is nothing fancy if you open when you open the Bible. Straight to the title page. Let me show it to you. Straight to the title page, another title page, And then let me show you the copyright page. Here is the copyright page. And this one uses the CSB Text Edition 2020. And this one is there. We have the other ISBN numbers. And now we go to the table of contents. Here's the table of contents. Alright, so before that, let me just set your understanding here. Originally, the Tanakh, the Hebrew text, is read from right to left, not like how we are reading right now from left to right. So the Tanakh actually opens from left to right. I mean, from left to right. Not but here with this Bible we are reading the way we are used to. So if you are used to reading from the modern English translations, you will be surprised on how the books are arranged here. The Bible follows this Bible follows the Hebrew canon, ergo the original arrangement of the Hebrew text. Let me zoom in so that you could actually see. This is grouped differently. The arrangement is different as well. So we have the Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. We have the prophets, the former prophets, the latter prophets, and the 12. The 12 being Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obed, and wait, just a second here. And we have the writings, the Psalms, Job, Proverbs, Ruth, Songs of Songs. Now, and here, Ezra and Nehemiah is considered one book. And also, if you could take a look, if we go back here, let me show you something. The Kings is considered one and two, joined together. And moving along, we have the contributors here. And then, here is the preface to the Hebrew Bible. Let me share with you some informations here, like here in the second paragraph. One of the unique features of this volume is the presentation of the text of the Old Testament. Here we present the text differently from modern English translations. Each page consists of a single column without the hindrance of a verse number. Although we use line numbers as a means of locating specific passages, by doing this, we believe that readers will more easily recognize the literary nature of these sacred texts, and thereby see how they are shaped in such a way that their theological nature is illuminated. So basically, what we have here is like a reader's edition. And also, we move on to the fourth paragraph. Let's move on to the fourth paragraph. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 39 introductions. The 4 major introductions and 35 introductions to the books are written by Old Testament scholars from across the globe and Christian theological traditions. Each introduction focuses on matters such as the literary shape, theological content, movement and direction of the writer, and the arrangement of the section and book within the specific canonical tradition of the Hebrew Scriptures, the HS. Each contributor provides a list of resources that are beneficial for further study of each section or book of the Old Testament. McGahan Publishing House licensed the biblical text of the CSB translation for this project, but the scholarly views expressed in the introductions are those of the contributors and do not necessarily reflect the opinions or doctrinal positions of Lifeway Christian Resources. So may I suggest that when you get a copy of this Bible, it is important for you to read also this introduction. We can't go into the details, but we highly suggest that you read this introduction. And so let's go right into the text block. Okay, so all right. So what would actually catch your attention first is that this paper looks like an ordinary paper with a little ghosting. You could see that here. But you won't find it distracting. Why? Because what? Because it is line matched. As you open actually each book, you would see that there's an introduction by every contributor of the Bible. You would have an outline, then introduction to the book itself from another contributor as well. Now, and as you can see, every book has their own outline. Now, let us go straight into the text itself. Genesis. Well, as you can see, we don't have any verse numbers here. We only have chapter numbers and line numbers by 10. Page number is at the bottom. And this really looks like a reader's edition. Single column, paragraph format, so much space to breathe but not so much to write on. Meaning there are in between space, I think you call that the letting space. And the font size is fairly readable. Outer margin, this is not actually justified, center justified, but it is still readable. If you can see, outer margin measures like 1.5 centimeters, bottom 2.5, more or less the same at the top. If you take a look here, more or less same as the top, and also the inner margin. And as you can see, there are no verse numbers that can distract you while reading. Chapter numbers are in bold like this one, and what we have here, yes, like what I said, the verse numbers, the line numbers by 10. The words here are exactly the CSB 2020 text edition. What differs here is the flow, because here you are reading the Bible on how it is originally arranged in its Hebrew form, and you will get the big picture right away, because the narratives are not scattered like the ones that we have now. I know, because I already I used to read the Tanakh. I always read the Tanakh. That's why I could say that. Then you will get the story right away. Let me share with you my Tanakh. So this is also the arrangement of my Tanakh. And if you take a look, this is how you read from right to left. If you cannot read the Hebrew text, I highly suggest getting this Hebrew Bible. This Bible will help you understand how the Hebrew Bible flows. Using the CSB language, it should be a breeze. It would be easy for you to understand. The major prophets here are actually in poetic format. Let me share with you as well. Take, for example, here in Isaiah. Okay, like what I said, nothing fancy here, pure text. There are no footnotes even. There are no kind of footnotes. This is not a study Bible. This is a pure text Bible. This is from Isaiah. Now let's move on to the other prophets as well. Take a look at Ezekiel. Take a look at Ezekiel. The CSB words here are basically the same like our CSB single column wide margin. It's in the 2020 text edition, and it's fairly readable, even though we are using only an ordinary paper here. Now, this is a pure text, no footnotes. Like what I said, we're now here in Psalms. You could see that their poetic format is really neat. It's very clean. Okay, so, and what surprised me most of all is that when I read the acknowledgement at the back, let me share that with you. This one, the acknowledgement at the back, when I read this, I saw that Mr. Caleb Poston is actually the CEO of the publishing house. And that caught me by surprise. Mr. Poston is very humble. He's a very humble guy, and it's very friendly. And you wouldn't even notice on the first impression. My first impression was I didn't know that he was the CEO. So now, reading from the acknowledgement, it's very surprising that the CEO, Mr. Poston, is very friendly. Again, this Hebrew Scriptures is purely a reader's edition of the Hebrew canon. This is an excellent supplement for any student, teacher, and pastor. This is very useful alongside the Tanakh, although I would suggest if McGahan do an interlinear Hebrew in English, like how Holman now did with the New Testament, having the interlinear Greek and English. This would be an excellent tool for any student studying in the seminary or Bible college. Again, this is a big step actually for the CSB as well. I do love this Bible, and all I can say, congratulations to McGahan for doing a fantastic job here. Take care, and God bless.